I'm sure everybody's just on their way here. There's nothing to do with the Fight Pass Invitational being on and more entertaining to watch than us. Which I might put on while I stream, actually, but we'll see. Either way, I don't know. Whoever was there Monday, yeah, makes sense. Whoever was there Monday knows it was kind of a short day, so we don't have as much footage to go over today. I think we got about a half hour worth of rounds, maybe a little over that. I think 6 rounds. But we got you and Andre starting off with Mitch and Jordan. How did he get behind you? Was that off an arm drag or something? Yeah, collar tie, arm drag, big step around. Oh, we got Joe over here. Oh, no, that's not Joe. That's Braden and I going over north-south. That's right. All right, so good to see Andre immediately putting to work some back stuff. In fact, this was... I can't remember if he was there. I think he was there Monday. Jordan, I don't know if you were, but... or yeah, you were too. Wait, this is Monday. God. I don't know why I was thinking it was Tuesday. Maybe I drank those fermented grapes. This is basically what we went over in class. So getting to the back, and Andre doing a good job here of riding, staying attached like a backpack as you try to escape. You're looking for that kind of roll away where you can rotate within his legs. You're starting to get it there. If you could pull the arm, yep, there you go. Ooh, Mitch on a Darce. See how he set this up. So looking here. Skipping around Jordan's guard. Little knee push up to north-south. And there. It kind of looks like Jordan's working this with him. I don't know. He's not really defending too hard. See how it plays out before I critique it. Okay. What's up, Tammy? So Mitch, if you catch this stream, so when you go for Darces, you know, you're not short like I am. Your arms are probably normal people length, unlike mine. So you might be able to like get away with this on some people. Jordan's probably not one of them. Jordan's, you know, broad shoulder, bigger guy. When you go for this Darce, I like what you're doing here, laying your ear against his back. I'm going to be picky. I'd actually like to see you scoot your head up a little bit closer to his shoulder line when you do this. On top of that, I need you to like kind of leave it there until you really feel confident with your grip being established. By the look of it, you kind of got fingertips on the biceps. I don't like to see this. There we go. Mic in the way. I don't like to see this. I like to see all the way over, right? You want as deep of a grip around your arm as you possibly get. That's gonna, because the Darce gets tight very quickly, and with enough fight and enough movement, your opponent can pull their elbow down, and if you have a loose grip, it's gonna slip right off. This is early in the round, so you might be fine with that. But yeah, everything I just said is all in an effort to make sure that this connection is super tight. There I see you adjust a little bit. You've lost your grip already. Like the Darce isn't going to happen at this point unless you take it all the way back to the beginning and start really sending the arm through. But the fact that you're going for this is really awesome. I can't remember if he and I talked about that one beforehand, and maybe that's why he was going for it. Yeah, I think we talked about that during class, so that's cool. I'm super stoked to see you working on that live. That's really awesome. It's like 4 minutes. Meeting is closed. So Mitch with the underhook here lets him drive through a little bit more easily. Jordan is imposing. And yeah, other Jordan, you are definitely still stuck in close guard. Nope. No, I saw when I was putting this together, I saw you guys had a round. I didn't know you did. Braden was over here trying to strangle me. Which he set up a nice little guillotine attempt here. You could tell I'm a little worried about it because I'm pushing on the hips, focusing on that until I can get to a spot where I'm across the body. I didn't want him closing that distance on me. Man, I didn't get around with Brooke. She beat all you guys up and didn't beat me up. Mitch going for what we saw other Mitch do last week. Jordan looking for the armbar. It slips off. Oh, we got Andre riding up high on this. But now it looks like, Jordan, you're safe. You got your arms in pretty tight. As long as, yeah, you're playing it smart there. A lot of people would, their reaction here would be to pull their right arm out because they feel that, you know, the leg up over the shoulder, maybe they could try to like slink out of it, over under or something. It's a little dangerous. Andre still has a good connection here that could lead to some triangle trouble. So I'm glad to see you not make that mistake. And right back to close guard. And remember here, man, like, this is tough with a strong opponent. I know you're going to have to win this hand fight. And I'd like to see you, hands to the biceps, keeping him unable to control your posture like this, right? As soon as you get up to there, making a quick jump to standing if you can, trying to work from there is going to be your best bet. But you already know that. Other Jordan with a hip bump sweep, it looks like. Not going to stop that. In fact, for Mitch here, he's kind of chilling. It looks like he's got, what you could call inside position, but he doesn't have any, he doesn't have a knee coming up through the middle or anything. So Jordan can pretty much do what he wants. I mean, I like his choice of a hip bump sweep here. It's really good. It opens up a lot of things if the sweep doesn't happen. But I would advise Mitch to try to get a knee through, or the way he's pushing on the knee here, step this leg over, try to straddle, go to, top half guard, something like that. Otherwise, you're just kind of giving him that hip bump. Brooke is beating Cole up. Cole, did you pull? She snapped you down. Now she's looking to pass guard. Brooke's playing a very loose passing game here, so she's crowding the legs and trying to keep Cole's heels close to his butt and float pass over his legs. There she hits with a little bit of quickness. Kind of just a pass with it's kind of somewhere between a knee cut and hip switching. She's got Cole's arm or elbow above the shoulder line now. Possibly working to a Katagatame, I don't know. Or making her way up for any sort of alternative mount, S mount or something like that. Jordan chasing down this single leg. Let's see if he gets it. Nope. Good counter from Mitchell. Jordan, how'd you get up? Okay. Just getting out of that high leg position. I'm sorry. We only have one Mitchell. We'll keep Mitch as Mitch and Mitchell as Mitchell. Oh, Andre on a leg now. I hear he likes those. You're trying to set up a counter toe hold here. Sees your leg is left behind. I don't think he knows quite what to do with it. Looking for some angles and ideas maybe. Jordan, you doing the same thing. This is leg lace territory, kind of. You guys are locked in pretty strangely here. I agree, James. I agree wholeheartedly. Trying to decode what this position is. So we got a reap with your legs all the way to the other hip. He's got his own reap in. It's basically like a kind of a mutual ashi position. That's you guys are innovators. You get the innovation crown for today. Brooke looks like she was making her way to a triangle, a mounted triangle, and about to rip Cole's arm off. Maybe the bicep off the bone, you know, something like that. Cole getting lucky, the time ran out. Got me and Tommy. Tommy was coming at me with the Fury. Isn't that a boxer, Tommy Fury or something? I don't know. Yeah, it's Tyson Fury's brother, I think. He fought Jake Paul or whatever. Nope. Tommy's acceptable. I asked. Mind your business. So I was kind of proud of this little counter. Because I've been... so this is my first day back to like playing around with stand-up. I was a little bit more experimental today, just seeing how my leg would handle it. And Tommy was really, really laying on heavy head pressure and you know, working collar ties and everything. Kind of nervous about foot sweeping and all that, but with that head pressure, I could like counter his snap down, or counter his collar tie with the snap down. So you can see he's really loading up right now. Hips are back. He's leaned forward, head in front of his feet. So I'm wearing a lot of his weight. But if I change my level, pull my head back and pull his head forward at the same time, so get out from underneath him as I lower my level, you know, it accelerates his weight downward. I pull the rug out from underneath him, me being the rug, and then I could come up over top quickly and try to get a front headlock. And that's what that was. So similar to like a slide by, but just taking advantage of the heavy load that he's putting onto putting on with the collar tie. And then just trying to quickly work around the legs so I didn't have to deal with that. Cole, how did you guys go to the ground? Pat sneaks in an underhook and looks like he quickly regrets it based on his reaction to Cole's overhook. Right. Little like Sumigaeshi action. Cole sits, gets the hooks in, gets the roll. And then I think that's Mitch. Yep, so with Jordan here. Again, working some front headlock stuff. Getting the head low. Rolling through this kind of like gator roll. And just about... I mean, basically landing past guard. Jordan, you're doing a good job here of immediately getting that knee in. I mean, that just looked reflexive. That looks like, you know, second nature to you, which that's what I want to see. Mitch, if you could control the hips and that distance a bit more, you may be able to prevent that from happening. Although, Jordan will make it a fight. Trying to get this takedown 4 weeks. You've been trying to get what takedown? Did I miss it? Or you've been trying to get taken down like that for 4 weeks? What'd you get? Oh, okay. So yeah. Tommy doing a great job working his standing guard break. Makes me proud that he's, I don't know, 3 weeks into this and he's doing it really, really well. Better than some of you blue belts. I'm just kidding. Certainly better than a lot of people at 3 weeks into jiu-jitsu. That's why I like those habits starting early. What did Andre just do to Caleb over there in the corner? Damn, Andre's really hunting legs. Going inverted. Caleb. Oh, Caleb got. I think Danny hit Caleb with the toe hold yesterday and advanced. So Caleb's ankle was still intact in this footage. That's some really good digging from Andre and good movement. I mean, Caleb's base is formidable. He's not going to get off balance very easily. And Andre's doing a great job here disrupting that. He's got his legs woven in. Really inverts to cut his angle and get behind Caleb. And I don't know if Caleb just quit there or what just happened, but that was nice. Like I said, a knee bar, but let it go since I was a bit lost. Also, what's up, man? Thanks for joining, Andre. Either way, glad you saw that. That's impressive, man. Really good job digging for that leg. That's no easy feat. Caleb might be helping you a little bit here with that choice to go to this kind of reverse knee on belly position. But I mean, you're making a good move here, attacking the leg. Right. So he's got the shins under control, but eventually right there, that's where his knee starts to get in trouble. Once he let go of those shins, and Caleb, if you're watching, take that as a lesson. You're doing really well here, even if you are kind of off balance. Just controlling those shins is going to make it difficult for Andre to do anything with this inversion. But once he gets you off balance, you have to put your hands somewhere so you don't face plant. This is where he gets to take advantage. That was sick, man. Really good. What's up, Ben? Yeah, he did well so far. About a minute or 2 minutes in. Meanwhile, I'm just trying to not pop my own leg with Tommy. Pat got a sweep at some point. Or did he? What did Cole get here? So Cole hits that rollover. I guess smother or straight arm. Maybe a little shoulder pressure there. Go get it, bud. Make it an extra large. You earned it. Okay, so they restart. Jordan, don't let me skip over your takedown. I want to see what you're talking about. You can order pizza on your desktop computer while you're on your phone. You probably have a landline. You could call. I don't need to pause for you so that you can eat, fill your face with fat and carbs. What sub was it? Or are you talking about a submarine sandwich? Is that what you ordered? Oh, you should do that when you're ordering your pizza. Ask for an extra long pepperoni. It's so stupid. I don't know why it's so funny. All right, so we put Tommy through another little pop quiz here. He goes to hit his standing guard break. I hit the double ankle sweep. I want to see what he does. He pinches his legs. My legs I could probably pull out of this, like, one at a time. But we hang in there, let him work. Start yelling at him to push the legs to the side. Tommy, the only thing here that I could see you improving, it's a very easy fix. It's pulling. I mean, I'm kind of holding your ankle right now, but that grip is not strong. You got to get your feet out from in front of you. So you pull them back to your butt. That allows you to move forward very efficiently. Instead of butt scooting around me like this, which gives me a lot of time to counter and take advantage of your lack of mobility here. Remind me if you want to, talk about that a little bit more. But that was good. You did exactly what I wanted you to do. Use that sweep, counter it and use it as a guard pass. So that's what I like to see. Cole with the big sweep. Andre's still dominating. Caleb, it's so embarrassing. Purple belt getting destroyed by this white belt. I don't even know if, are you even currently? Oh yeah, you are. You got a black belt. You got that black belt subscription. What is it, Caleb wrist lock you or something? Get some cheap shit. Meanwhile, I don't know what Mitch is doing. There we go. No need to be splayed out like that. Okay, Caleb just hits a kipping escape. I got it. Did you take a hit to the face, man? Oh, I darsed. That's right, I darsed Tommy. I hit him every time, every chance I can get. So, which is typically only on brand new white belts. So this is good for what I was talking about with Mitch. See how, let's see if I can zoom in on this. See how I really emphasize taking my ear to like the shoulder blade. So I said earlier, your head was a little far away from the shoulder line. This is more where I'd like to see it, closer up to the shoulders. I am looking in this direction, which means my ear is right against his back. This gives me as much reach as I could possibly get to get my arm through. Once it's there, I set up my grip. I don't take my ear away from his back until I'm ready to take my hand there instead. And then now, this is just a matter of personal preference. I can't remember if I talked about this with Mitch or not, but I always tell you guys I like to walk to mount for the finish here. You'll see Luke falling to his side and entangling his legs and pulling, closer to chest with somebody when he finishes this. Totally viable finish. He has strangled me with that numerous times. I find this to be a lot tighter. So I go up top, and right there is where the tap is, and I got a front roll off. But yeah, that's how I like to finish a Darce, and those are the little key points that you need to focus on when you're going for them. Sorry, man, that stuff looks cool. There's the takedown. Okay. It's a little, kind of like an arm throw, Seonagi kind of thing, except you kind of stay facing him. This, I'm trying to think, it's reminiscent of a takedown Luke loves to show, where you kind of like almost rear naked strangle the shoulder and then hit this sacrifice throw. Actually, this might be exactly that. Except he does it, Luke will show it from a little bit more of an angle, but you've got the overhook. Looks like you tie it up pretty good. You're going in for your throw. You've committed pretty well. By falling to your hip. You're blocking outside the leg. Mitch is going for a ride. That was sick, man. Really nice. And then right up, it looks like right up in the mount, which is, can't ask to finish at a better spot. That was good, man. That was really good. Where you'll see, so the minor variation you'll see Luke doing is he allows his opponent to underhook, which you're kind of doing. He'll whizzer here, and before he hits the turn, he'll like whizzer and push the head away. So he's on a slightly different angle than where you start. None of what I'm saying means that what you did was wrong or off, just slightly different. But you know, you'll see it at class whenever Luke goes over it. But he pushes the head away, and then he'll go to that grip, and then turn and throw himself into the move. So really similar, but great ending to that. Sorry, man, you got two. Just because we're talking about back stuff, and it is back control week, I want you guys to just notice. So I get behind Tommy here with maybe an arm. Oh, okay, yeah. He kind of shoots up to get a guillotine or just a front headlock or something. Quickly run to the back, lock up the hips, try to chase him down. I'm not too comfortable kicking my leg through or anything like that just yet. There, I take my bad leg out from underneath me. But I want you to focus on the control over the hips that I have here. We talked in class about, you know, Luke did a very basic rolling lower turning escape from being on the back, and he did it to me repeatedly during advanced class. Like that, when I was paired up with him, he was turning very hard out of back control, disrupting my angle, taking away any threat of a choke, and also taking away the control I had over his hips. So here, as I get Tommy down, he starts turning away, right? It's a good roll. I'm in some trouble, but I'm really emphasizing my grip here to pull him back towards me and keep him from continuing that turn. And even more so than that, not just continuing the turn, but I'm trying to pull him back towards me to prevent any further loss of the angle I need. And then once I get that, I think I might have my hands locked here, which is why I'm kind of poorly crawling around trying to maintain this. But you can see as we go through that little spin cycle, trying really hard to maintain my back control. I didn't want to sneak my leg underneath him there, but through this whole roll, as long as I have that really tight grip, some influence over his hips and his shoulder line, I'm good to follow him through and retain the back. Mitch trying to come up on a single, then a double. All right, Caleb's got his little knee lever thing. Yep. He and I talked about this a little bit. We'll see what he does to Andre here to get this sweep. So as he goes into this like bottom half position, he's using his legs to catch Andre's foot and get it kind of torqued up to where when Caleb turns his legs from this way to this way, all of that torque goes into Andre's hip, and Andre wants to relieve that, so he has to turn with it. Notice even the base, even Andre's base is out there. He's got that left arm posted. It's not enough to stop this if you have a good enough grip, a good back heel, so that you can't, your opponent can't extend their leg free. He says, all right, we're going, because I don't want my hip to hurt or my knee to pop. Oh, well, look at that, Caleb. You're trying to hurt Andre on his bad knee. Now I'm on your side, man. But either way, that's how that move works. So yeah, it is. I mean, that's what it is. It's kind of like, it's similar to the pressure you can feel from a knee reap. It's not exactly the same, but it's a similar idea. Puts the knee in a bad position, and you have to turn to relieve that pressure. Ooh, now he goes for the belly down straight ankle on you. On the bad leg too. What a jerk. I think the bad leg. I don't know. I forgot. You guys did one too many rotations. What happened here? So Jordan All right, so yeah, Mitchell went up for that single/double attempt. Jordan making his way around quickly. Not blocking the arm though, so be careful with that, Jordan. Mitchell could reach that hand up and block. Now he's leaving some room for you to get your hooks in. Take it easy, Andre. Thanks for hanging out, bud. You ain't cheating, you ain't trying. That's right. Jordan, let's see how you get this strangle. So you're over the face right now. Super uncomfortable. Maybe Mitchell was just knew he was not getting out of that. Was it kind of cranky? Was it just like he was tapping early? Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. Cole, what was you doing at the end here? So your mounts, digging for an underhook. Okay, nothing too fancy. Onward. I mean, that's what I tried to do to you. I think next round. When you kept taunting me for not being able to finish the strangle. Hurt my feelings almost as bad as my forearms were hurting. Yeah, I tried. I know. I tried. I was there. Tried real hard. So Pat wanted to talk about some passing from like headquarters or split squat position. So I told him we'd talk about it later in class. We just got around in here, but naturally I just decided to start putting some headquarters passing to work. Headquarters and split squat is used interchangeably as far as I know. For those of you wondering what the hell it is, it's nothing you haven't seen. It's leg up the middle. So you're going to see me get my right leg up the middle. So I step it in here, but I need to get my knee elbow connection. So with whatever my inside leg is, I want that same side elbow to contact my knee with his leg on the outside. What I mean by that, well, I'll show you how I get there in a second. It's super simple. Pat's knees are pointing this way. I reach down with my left hand. I grab the bottom knee. I pick him up and I rotate him the other way. So right here, make my connection, turn his knees to where they're pointing upwards. And now I can start to get let's see if I can find a good frame. There's a little bit of a gap here, but my elbow and my knee should be connected. That's what I'm going for. From there, I can confidently start working some passing strategies. Pat's doing a great job hipping out and getting his knee back in. He caught me when my elbow was definitely away from my knee. There I make a quick little change. Get the same thing. I reach down, pull the knee up, get my elbow inside, and then now I just step around and as he turtles up, denies me the pass, but now I can get to work on like taking the back. Let's see how you guys got to the ground. Oh yeah, Ben sat, that's right. So you are riding kind of high. Let's see, Ben's got... Yeah, Ben did not let you take his back there. I just want to point this out while I'm thinking about it. So for Tommy, you didn't do anything too crazy here, too dangerous, but I just want you to be careful. You go to sit, you've got this leg tangled up. Just make sure you're not jumping into position. You don't do it here, but you know, keep in mind you're in front of Mitch. If Mitch's knee bends the other way because your hips contact it, that's going to be a really bad day for him. So right there, yeah, I mean, a little bit of a hop. You didn't hop forward, so I'm not going to yell at you. I would rather just see you sit from there if you're going to play that game. So just be careful with that. Don't want to knock out anybody's knees. I don't know who Arnold... Schwarzenegger. You couldn't spell it. You just couldn't finish it. So I'm like, who's Arnold Schwartz? Yeah, Ben's still killing it. I said his name. Bruh. That was lowercase. That's Mitch settling into mount here. So Tommy, again, with some good instincts, he's done this to me a lot too. Like he'll kind of kip and push me off, but he's not doing it by pushing at the chest typically. He's doing it at the hip. It's good practice. I think he would be a pretty easy person to teach a kipping escape to, which could be bad news for anybody trying to retain mount on him. Andre looking for the standing guard break, but not standing upright. Looks like maybe there's a hand fight ensuing here. Great sweep from Jordan, though. What is this? This is a great scramble. What's gonna happen? Oh, that's where it is. Okay. Jordan getting beat, and he's got to play dirty. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. I'm just kidding. That's totally accidental. Foot to the face. That's yeah, that's an owie. That's an owie face for sure. Is there a good frame of that? Could we get an Andre owie face? Nah, I don't think so. Bummer. Bummer way for that scramble to end. Let's go look at that again. So this is great. Luke would be very proud of this. He tries to do this to me whenever I work my standing guard break. Jordan is keeping Andre's posture broken down with this hand connection, right? Maybe he can't reach up and effectively collar tie, but he can reach the hands and keep him from standing upright. With that, let's see how he cuts his angle. Interesting. So this is a pendulum sweep or variation of it. This, I say interesting because he took him in a direction where his base is set up. Typically, and this is again how you'll see Luke doing it, if Luke is going to pendulum with that left leg in this case, he's going to try to control my left arm and bring it over top of his body like center chest. Jordan, since you have Andre's left hand under control, I think I said left hand last time, but I meant right. Since you have Andre's left hand under control, I would advise this leg being your pendulum, taking him in this direction. Again, not wrong. It worked. You just might find a little less resistance there. You know, okay. Andre kind of took his own arm out of the way there, so it was well timed for you, poorly timed for him, and now he had no base to recover. And then that I don't quite get. I mean, I get, okay, a little bit of an armpit push, so it was gonna be hard for you to square up and get to a regular mount. I love the transition into the leg. Andre into basically an outside ashi. Not a great spot if you don't have heel exposure already. And Andre, if you have no idea what I'm talking about and why that's the case, that's fine. We can go over that another time. But good counterattacking from Andre here. After being swept and everything, making a quick switch into the legs, throwing on some serious threats for the straight ankle. And then Jordan reaping Andre's eye out of its socket. Anybody watching Fight Pass? Has anything cool happened yet? Anyone? James, you watching Fight Pass? I'm sure Helena Cravar has probably won by now. What did Mitch get here? So Mitch, through all that, made his way to the back. Let's see how he does it. It's back week. Yeah, I was going to turn it on. If I had it like sitting in front of me, I was going to try to watch it on the down low, but you guys would get like 50% of the commentary for me on these matches, so I feel like I would be cheating you. Super proud of Mitch here for this attempt. And Tommy, I actually showed this to Tommy last week, so if you catch this, Tommy, this should look familiar as well. But this is great. This is classic dilemma from Mount. Mitch goes to attack, quote unquote, attack an Americana. He isolates that arm out to the outside, reaches behind, gets the gift wrap. Super simple. Great knee placement. This is the one thing people mess up more than anything. They leave that knee down the back. It needs to be up by the shoulders, like behind the head. So really great move there, Mitch. Other leg in, nice and tight against the abdomen. Taking your time, sit to the butt, fall to your right. Solid back take. I like the speed that you did it at. Like, you didn't rush through it. You had control the whole time. Tommy going to belly down. Not always the best spot to be. In fact, pretty much never the best spot to be. And then Mitch patiently waiting because he knows he has it. That was excellent, man. Really solid. You can fall to your left or right. Yeah, well, it depends on how you set it up, Cole. So in this case, he's gonna only want to fall to his right. If he had come around the other way, if he had attacked a right side Americana, then he would be falling to his left. Just do this, and then whichever hand looks like an L, that's your left, if you want to think about it. Correct. What did I do to Pat to get on his back? Wise words. So with, let's see, we'll look at Ben and Cole in a second. I'm over here trying to confuse Pat. I didn't want him to think I was going armbar. I didn't want him to know what I was doing. So it's from here, it's either armbar, Kimura, side triangle, head scissor. Like, there are all sorts of nasty little things you could throw at somebody. I thought he was probably ready for arm bars, so I didn't want to do that. But the way he was, you could kind of briefly see it. The way he was holding my leg here, I thought if I can get that grip off of my leg, I might be able to quickly switch to a side triangle. So that's what I try to set up here. But he denies me that. Isn't going to let me do a head scissor. I also kind of didn't want to because my brace has metal in it, and I thought that'd be mean. But I control that figure four that I have, that Kimura grip, and as he rolls in this direction, I just take his back and get behind him. And from here, it's on to some back work. What's up, Pinball? It would have been a triangle. I really prefer the triangle there. I just love that variation, and it's a hard triangle to get, so I kind of like to challenge myself when I'm with it there. But triangles aren't working well for me right now with the brace on, so looking for an alternative. hold on. We're not going to let Cole off the hook. Let's watch him get wrecked by Ben as well. Oh, it's so easy, man. Like that is probably one of my, I mean, like that's my favorite, like that's basically Kimura trap, right? If you like from bottom half guard or whatever, like it's the same exact approach. You however you land in like that perpendicular position, so you know, perpendicular, I mean like this, like as soon as he rolls away from you, that back take is right there. It's so easy. What, dude? I mean, look, I got caught under Ben like this on stream a couple weeks ago. We watched me get steamrolled by him for a little bit. You can relax. Just take it all in. You're going to be embarrassed. It's no big deal. I'll take a little bit of the spotlight off of you for a second. So Tommy, this kind of sort of plays in with what I talked about with you on closed guard bad habits, about, you know, really going up top and controlling the head when really you should be trying to like stand up and escape the closed guard. I want you to just notice that Mitch is taking advantage of your connection here, this really deep grip you have on the neck. So he knows that you have no base out there. And that's where he can kind of pull you a little bit and get that turn. So you got to be mindful when that's happening. It's not always best to hold on to those death grips when you have them. You're lucky nothing ended there. I was gonna zoom in on it. I had to try to get Ben back for steamrolling me. But here I'm working more of the same split squat headquarters stuff that I was showing on Pat. There I could hit a little knee slice through without working too hard. Caleb on the knee bar. He said, I saw what you did to my friend Andre. I'm gonna hurt you now. Picturing Jordan as a bunny. Put down the rabbit, Lenny. Cole, what are you doing? What happened there? Tommy messed up somewhere. Yeah. Cole's just giving hugs. That's all. Yeah, Tommy. So you know, you're not a baseball, or you're not a wrestler. You play baseball, so this is just a little bit of a reach. Stacks, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Little bit of a reach for you, Tommy. You're upright. You know, you're like your back's exposed. Cole can get there very easily. So this is not a place where you're gonna want to work a single leg. It's just not gonna be ideal for you, and you see why. Are you one of our students, Stacks, or are you? Well, I guess if you just finished class, you'd be one of our teen students. Well, awesome, man. Thank you for joining us anyway. Always appreciate when our viewers are not always our students, just like pinball. Oh, sick. That's awesome, man. How long you been training? Fighting for dear life to get Ben's leg ripped from his torso. So right here, this is kind of reminiscent, I feel, of what Andre was doing to Caleb, as far as trying to get, I'm not trying to get quite to an inversion per se, but I am trying to get Ben off balance enough to get his leg isolated. 11 years, damn. You come in here and kick all of our asses probably. Yeah, we're all gonna send us the waiver, man. We're coming to Ontario. We'll come train. I've only been to Montreal. I need to see other parts of Canada. So here I'm really focusing on getting Ben off balance. Too many arrows. So I can get that leg light. If all of his weight starts to go in this direction, this leg becomes really light. I can peel it away from the body and go on to attack it. He's really trying to settle in and take that away from me. Right here, it looks like I'm losing it, but that knee up in the armpit, kind of acting like a cross shoulder post with my hand to get him off balance. There, I finally feel like I can get enough of a grip that I retain it. I'm an outside Ashi. I don't have a heel exposed. It's not where I'd like to be, but this is where I am. So I've got to make sure that he's not going to counter me on the legs, and I got to make sure that I could start to work on heel exposure, either for a heel hook, or I could go on straight ankle. Oh no shit! Isn't Taza? Is he on the card tonight for Fight Pass Invitational? I think he is. Dude, if I'd be watching that right now if I wasn't doing this, but hopefully I catch his match. I love watching Taza. So being an outside Ashi right now, I know without heel exposure, I know that I'm in some trouble with back exposure. So Ben's going to hide his heel. It's going to be super difficult to get it. I'm looking to just get an Achilles grip here. If I can get the Achilles grip, I can make it difficult for him to pull his heel back. And that makes it very difficult for him to take my back. I can also continue to keep him off balance, keep him on his butt, and then when the time is right, go on to hit or go on to attempt a straight ankle lock. So here I'm working. You don't see his foot out yet, but I'm trying to push him back, trying to keep his foot in front of him. There, I've captured the foot with the Achilles grip, and then now I can kind of take a breather. I don't have to worry too much about being stacked up. There, I start to go belly down, towards belly down, not fully belly down, but then I could go on for the finish. Once he's kind of broken down off of there. Right there, when he's back to his butt, this is where it's my turn to go back on the offensive. And that's what I do. He's going against Wagner Rocha? Right? Because Wagner just did. Yeah, I was gonna say Wagner just went against what's his name? Okay, Achilles Rocha, that dude who's like burst onto the scene and been all crazy. He's like super frenetic, high energy guy. Let's see if I missed anything else so far. We got Caleb and Jordan still. Shut up, Cole. Tim Kennedy doesn't compete anymore. That would be cool if Kennedy got on some of the invitational cards or something. Did like an exhibition match with anybody. That'd be fun. Maybe him and Jocko. That'd be a fun one. So Tommy has made his way to Mount Cole. Looking to keep his arm safe, get Tommy off balance. A little kipping escape there. So Stacks, have you so I think I asked you how long you trained. So I guess you haven't been running the school for 11 years, or have you? I can't remember what I asked you. Pedro Rocha, okay. There's another Pedro I'm more familiar with. I don't know if I know much about Pedro Rocha. Brown belt, 6 years into the year. Right on, man. It's awesome. If I ever make it to Ontario, I will absolutely shoot you a DM. I got to go train with another non-student viewer of ours. Told me he trained in Huntsville. It lined up perfectly with the trip I was taking, so I got to go train at his school. So hoping to do more of that. Concept BJJ, shout outs. Do you guys do a lot of comps, or like what kind of school are you guys? Cole has made his way. Let's see. This was off the escape. Okay, there we go. So Tommy takes kind of a seated. There we go. Knee cut pass we're going to see here. Cole with the leg up the middle. And just slide and the knee through. Heavy pressure up at the shoulders. Yeah, it's kind of the same for us. I know at least Andre said he wants to. We've got a comp coming up June 22nd, and we're talking about maybe building up the squad, see who wants to get out there. It's yeah, the Naga in June. So if any of you viewers or any of you student viewers are interested, talk to us. Let us know if you want to compete. And yeah, pinball, another example here of that that Kimura trap back take. Jordan doing it with some stees off of this turtle, right? So he comes over, he's got the figure four, initiates the roll himself. I love it. Almost gets the arm trap there. Yeah, the only thing I would improve from this is you've got to get that bottom knee through faster. And then kind of push Caleb with that grip, push Caleb down over your leg so you can kind of sneak it through and get your hook in before he blocks it. So right there, and Caleb might be doing this, you know, very deliberately. He knows that you need to get that bottom leg under, so he might be trying to scoot his hips out a little bit to deny it. But when you start that move, you kind of have the opportunity. Let's see if you can get the leg in. I like what you're doing here. Hiking back up, holding control of the shoulder line. Very nice. Now I just would like to see you turn in that direction. Okay, or yeah, you did it enough to get that bottom hook in, so that was good. Really, really good. Way to trust the control up at the shoulder line. Even when you don't have the hips in or the legs in around the hips. If you have good control of the shoulders, you can get that back control fully under control. Good round. Ben almost had where he started going in on a single. I was like, finish it. Oh, watch me not strangle Jordan here. I mean, you like, I'm sure you know, like just the value of that figure four. I remember, I think I was like a fresh blue belt, and one of my old coaches, he would get figure fours on the arm like from anywhere, and he could do anything with them. We were at a comp, and I had never ever done a rear triangle before, but I had that grip, and he just yelled out, you know, like triangle or whatever, after like yelling at me to retain the grip. And I just like worked around this guy the whole time with that grip. That was when I first realized that, like, if you have that Kimura figure four grip, it's worth its weight in gold. Like, never ever worth letting go. No, it wasn't Cole. You weren't training with us at that time. You hadn't even begun your journey yet. Damn, look at Cole get snapped down by a white belt. Still hasn't started his journey. And more figure four work here. Kimura grip. Primarily to get Jordan's back. Here I'm kind of sitting to, actually very similar to the story I was just alluding to, but Jordan was better than my opponent was that day and sneaks his arm out of there. I don't know what any of those acronyms mean. God, I wanted to, was that going for an anaconda there? I can't remember. Maybe just, oh yeah, that's when I had like a 5-finger guillotine on you. You were trash talking me. You stopped trash talking until you escaped. Trying to make your way to mount, and I'm trying to deny it by keeping you in 3/4 mount. Meanwhile, Pat working. I think he's just working like top half guard. Got Jordan kind of flattened out. Jordan not on like any elbow post or anything. There he gets a knee back in. Got to try to work to a chest-to-chest position with the head and arm when you're there, Pat. Or switch to the other side and pass the guard easily. That works too. Did I? Straight ankle. Oh, that's right. So I want to point this out because you hated it. I did this to Cole a couple weeks ago too. I need to do it when I'm facing the camera better, so you guys can actually see what I'm doing. But this is that waiter sweep where I use my legs only, so I don't have a grip. Right here, you're gonna have to close your eyes and let me talk you through this. But I pull this top leg of mine, my left leg. I pull it up towards my chest, and my knee is pushing into the side of Jordan's knee, pushing it out in this direction. My bottom leg, my knee is outside the ankle, and it's pulling towards my chest. So I've got the ankle hit. I've got Jordan's leg at the ankle pulling towards me, and the knee pushing away from me. That's how I get what is commonly referred to as a waiter sweep, but you do it with a hand grip on the ankle instead. But here I can use it with just my legs, and then now as Jordan gets to his butt, I can slip in my Achilles grip. And then now I could go onto the straight ankle. Just, notice elbow behind me. I'm not posting on my elbow, it's behind me, so a lot of my weight is on Jordan's ankle. Trying to keep, it's hard to see, I'm trying to keep my chins close, my chin, I don't have chins, I'm not Cole. Trying to keep my chin close to my hands while I extend to put on the heavy pressure. You did do it to Mike? I'm proud of you, dude. Or is that just what, I know Mike did something to you and then you did it to him, or vice versa. I don't remember. Trying to gently crawl up the back here. Tommy, meanwhile, making use of the front headlock grip he has on Cole. Trying to step over into mount. Oh, that's right. Good job. I forget, man. Dude, these streams are like an hour and a half. I don't remember everything I say. I try my best, okay? Pat making some pass. Or no, he's already passed. He's just denying Jordan the regard. Brooke got bent in a body triangle. Enjoy that. She manages to stay on. This is where Jordan denies me my rear naked strangle. And I just burn my arms out. So I know Tall Joe and I talked about this yesterday because I pointed it out to him on the last stream. Just some secondary options for when the straight jacket, new wave approach doesn't work. Other options to get under the chin. This is what I try to start doing with Jordan, where I'm now pummeling with 2 arms. I'm not going for leg traps. I'm not going for controlling arms with underhooks. I got my both arms out working as potential strangle arms, pummeling over the face. Kind of mean, but Jordan was talking, so I had to be mean. Alternatively, I think I talked about you guys can use like the wrist under the nose to kind of pull people's faces up. I think that's the meanest way, typically, or it has the potential to be the meanest. So I think these guys are talking. Caleb and I having our first round together in quite a few months. He's been kind enough to let my knee heal while or kind enough to let me heal while training with other people instead. But he called me out and then offered to sit. So who am I to deny that? We got Tommy and Jordan. Okay. A lot of my rolling with Caleb is keeping him on his back as best I can. Assume like, yeah, man, we got promoted. I think 2 weeks ago now. So yeah, we went up to Leverage BJJ up in it's about an hour outside of Cleveland, Ohio. Tom DeBlas was doing his seminar there, so me and Mike and Luke went up there and got our black belts, and yeah. And now we just remind everybody. I shouldn't say we. I just tell everybody I'm a black belt. Not really. I don't do that. I did it for like a day, and then it stopped being funny. All right, so here I've kind of sat back to a potential cross Ashi position, and Caleb's waiting for me to get there so that he wanted to do something. I can't remember. We talked about it after the round, but I'm not comfortable triangling that leg just yet. So I was kind of waiting to see what his reaction would be, and he ended up catching me off guard, puts me on my butt, and starts taking advantage. But yeah, thank you, Pinball. I appreciate it, man. We got to get actual black belt flair, not maybe something different from the subscriber. I'll give you one. Put one next to mine and Mike's names. Oh, or we'll just do coral belts. We can be anything we want on here, so let's give ourselves coral belts. All right, so now with Caleb, bearing down on me, at this point, it's going to be a lot of space creation and guard retention. I can't remember if he... Oh, yeah, I remember how this round ends. So, it's going to be difficult for me to move Caleb, more difficult than it was for Andre. Plus, Caleb was probably a bit more wise to some of this scoop gripping and all this stuff since Andre was doing it to him earlier. He's sitting back pretty heavy, so he's going to be hard to move. Now I have a bit of a shot since he's taking his butt off of his heels. He's starting to come forward to me. But yeah, hip switch and it goes away. The best I could do is try to keep him from passing right now. Meanwhile, Jordan and Tommy back there. Jordan looking like he's setting up a Darce. Nice, man. Let's see where that starts. This is nice. So, cool. Working from knee on belly. Tommy's being smart here. He doesn't have his hand on your knee, but he still leaves an opportunity for you to get the underhook you need. Can we zoom in on this a little bit? So right here, let's see. You go over the head. There you go. Dig in on the arm. Set up your head and arm grip. You turn your head. Kind of. You don't really need to, probably. But yeah, see a good deep grip. See your fingers popping through about halfway around your arm. I'd say that's a solid grip. And then you opt for falling to the side, right? Like I talked about how Luke likes to finish. Like I said, totally viable. Sets on a lot of pressure. Meanwhile, Caleb on the attack with the... oh yeah, he does get past my guard here. So controls my knees, steps back real wide or real far, and gets his hips up high enough to where he can beat my knees. He's controlling my leg really well. One last ditch effort there for me to try to capture his leg. I block the knee, try to hook his leg with my bottom leg. He's wise to it though. Alexi, I wonder if he'll... I mean, why not? Who, Alexi, who is this? Is this your coach or because I know you're like in the De La Riva lineage, aren't you? We talked about that forever ago. Okay. That'll be awesome, man. It was funny after we got our belts, we were looking at like the stripe times and all that stuff, and it's, you know, now that it's all time based for stripes for us, but it's like 3 years, 3, 3, 5, 5, 5, 7, 7, 10. So like all that to get up to your coral belt. So I got to keep doing this. Hopefully, I mean, I'm sure my body will break long before that happens. So I doubt I'll ever get there. But that's an awesome lineage, man. That's like I mean, what? He's your De La Riva's your granddaddy. So Caleb trying to get me with this north-south choke right up to the end, and we had a debrief after this because this was pretty bad. I did not enjoy this at all. He thought that my head was not turned into him, when really it was just enough to relieve the pressure on my right side, the right side of my neck. My neck is feeling the pain today from this defense, but I really didn't want him to get this, just for my own morale. But yeah, from this, Caleb, like I talked about with you, when you aren't getting the north-south, chances are it's because they're turning their face into you. Like it's kind of like one of the last things they can do to really shut this down. And the best way to combat that is blade your hips. So the hip, you know, in this case, your left hip is you know, the one closer to me, the one on the strangle side. Blade that down to the mat, sink down, like try your best to go down my body this way to get under my chin and turn, you know, unblade your body. So you blade, sink down, and then unblade. You're trying to turn my face away with your ribs to get me from turning into you to looking straight up. And then at the same time, kind of migrating down so that your armpit is like digging in under my chin and setting the strangle in deeper. You can also look at, you know, the grip that you're using, you know, pulling your arm through as best you can, all those little things. This was really, really close to putting me into a legitimate strangle. So really good job on that one. Like I said, I just couldn't let you have it out of pride. Anyway, cool. Thank you guys for tuning in. Again, I know, like, you know, Fight Pass Invitational's on. You could be doing anything right now. You could be watching Charlotte FC fighting or playing against Chicago, but you're not. You're here with me, so I appreciate that. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Stacks, thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you for the follow. We appreciate it, man. Anybody else lurking? If you like what you're seeing, follow us. If you want to support, please subscribe here. You can use your Twitch Prime as a free option to support us. Shout out to Concept BJJ. And hey, man, if you ever have like footage of yourself or any of your students or anybody wants critiques, we always throw it out to our non-student viewers. You guys have anything you want us, you know, to go over or critique? We always love looking at footage from everybody. So hit me up if you ever want to do that. We're always down for it. We haven't done it in a while, but offer's always open. Thank you, Pinball. I appreciate you, brother. You have a good one too, man. yeah, follow us here, subscribe here, follow over at YouTube where we will post this for you guys to review if you want. June 22nd, Naga Hickory. So make sure you guys, if you want to compete, come talk to us. We'll get you ready with the rules and all that stuff, get you signed up, and get you competition ready. So let us know what you want to do with that. Yeah, you can check us out at Mooresville BJJ. Search us and you'll find us there. That logo over to my left here will look familiar. And yeah, you can follow us there. We're a Tom DeBlas affiliate out of the Charlotte area. So thank you, man. Really, really appreciate it. Yeah, you could save your dummy footage, man. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see what you do in your garage to your grappling dummy. But thank you for the offer. In any case, May 25th, also coming up next weekend. Mike and I will be doing commentary on Blue Coast Grappling. So check that out at combatsportsnow.com if you want to watch. Yeah, I think Hayden is yeah. So all of Tom's affiliates are yeah, they're on a chat. My coach Luke, I think knows Hayden. I know he's talked about him before. I think they're buds as well. That's wild, man. This is, you think about how many people do the sport and how popular it's gotten, but it's still such a small sport and yeah, a small world as well. That's sick, man. We'll have to link up sometime or something. That'd be super cool. Thank you, Jordan. Appreciate you guys. In any case, thanks for tuning in. Go trim your nails, do your laundry, don't be stinky. We'll see you guys back on the mats. Take it easy.